Hi, and welcome to video number 9. In this specific video, you're going to learn about Pinterest contests and how you can create your own contests on Pinterest to create a viral following. So I'm going to give you several steps and then I'm going to give you some ideas on different types of contests that you can run on Pinterest. Now, obviously, before you create a contest, you probably want to be a little bit established. You want to have an account. You want to have a presence that's been there for a little while. And once you have a following, then that's when you probably want to start a contest. So step number 1 is to figure out if you really need to do a contest or not. If you feel like, okay, I'm established now, I need to do a contest, I have a following of people now, let's start doing it. Step number 2, make sure that you read Pinterest's terms of use first, just to ensure that your contest complies with their terms and conditions. The last thing that you want is for them to delete your account for a minor violation that you had no idea about. And of course, step number 3 is to make sure that you have your contest rules and they are clear. If they're not clear later on, you're going to get some complaints. So make sure that those rules are clear. Now what I want to do is talk about different ideas and different types of contests that you can run. You could do a pin it and win it type contest. Basically have people pin pictures or videos about your company. And then you can pick out who has the best pin and so forth. The next one is probably the most highly recommended contest, simply because when people create boards, that's what usually has a higher indexed into the search engines. You'll notice that if you go to Pinterest and you search for a specific keyword, you'll be presented with Pinterest boards. So if in this case you have users create a board that describes your company in a very creative manner, either funny, inspirational, a different perspective, and more. And this can be very powerful in itself. I mean, imagine how many eyeballs you can get because you have one person. They post up a whole board of images that relates to your company. And let's say you have 10 people. Imagine that, because then in this case, you have different images describing your company. And then that's going to flow to their followers and so forth. So having a pin board contest is highly recommended. Another one is most repins, a repinning contest. It rewards the contestant with the most number of repins on their specifically created pin boards. Now, there are other contest ideas like sweepstakes, choosing random drawings and this and that. And while those are possibly good and can get you, depending on what the prize is, it can get you eyeballs. However, the best pin board can be more profitable simply because somebody creates a whole new pin board and pin boards get a lot of eyeballs. Now let's talk about the last step, which is promotion. You need to find a way to promote your contest through different social channels. Now, like I talked about briefly, it's better if you have somewhat of a following first. You are in a way established and have some sort of presence. You can contact bloggers in your niche. You can create a Facebook fan page and build a following in that niche as well. Normally, anything to do with social media is good simply because people are coming to Pinterest. That's what they're looking for. And if you can get people off a different social media site onto a different social media site, then the atmosphere is very similar, the experience is very similar, and it's just easier to do that way.